Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel and Arit here.
Hello.
And welcome to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind, episode number 81.
Yes, welcome everybody to another Thursday Weekly Mastermind live stream. Welcome back if you have been attending these live streams, and welcome if you're new here. If you don't know, my name is Arit and this is Jewel, and we're founders of Essetino Media, and we help you create profitable content so you can grow your business online and make more money doing what you love. So welcome everybody. We usually like to start off by saying hello as people roll on in. And we also like to start off by asking you this question here.
How was your week? Share your wins for the week. We really look forward to these from everybody, and it actually pushes us to get some wins as well. So it's a great way to start off the show. So please let us know and share your wins in the comments.
Yeah, and we hope it does the same for you too. You know, for some of you regulars who've been seeing this week to week, this question, you know, you can use this question as an accountability factor to get what you need to get done throughout the week, and then come back here and share your win and say what you got done. So please do share that with us in the comments, and we'll say hello to some people here.
All right, we've got Lisa in the house. She won't be able to join the live stream. Did you guys hear that noise? That was like the Slack thing that was happening.
And no worries, Lisa. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
And hello, Manny.
We've got Manny in the house. How's it going?
And digging in deep with Dawn.
We've got Dawn in the house. I know you have some wins, Dawn.
Yeah.
How do we turn this off?
Yeah, let's turn off those notifications. So sorry for the little clickety clicks, guys. I'm running Slack and I thought I turned off notifications, but guess not. So just give me 1 second here, because it's going to go off and you'll hear that throughout the whole live stream. So let's do this, and hopefully that helps.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Teddy, hello.
Teddy B in the house. Hey, Teddy, how's it going? And we've got Monica in the house.
Nice. Hi, Monica. How has your week been? Let us know in the comments. And Brenda, hello.
We've got Brenda.
I have no idea what just happened.
Was that from the sound? Like, did I say that? Or I don't know.
That sounds like something you would say. Yeah,
probably.
She probably did say that.
We've got Tracy in the house from Little Garden on the Prairies.
And hello, Roland from Getting It Done north of 7. I love those emojis.
Timothy's in the house. All right, so share some of your wins. We're going to share a quick win here right now. And let's click share screen.
As Jewel does that, I'll also share another win. So I got the filming down for our value video, which is a video that's going to be on a landing page that we're going to send traffic to, and just in efforts to share the course, the YouTube SEO course that we have with more people. So I filmed that video last week. I told you guys that I scripted it, so it's now filmed, and also filmed 2 ad videos, Facebook ad videos that we're excited to roll out. So that was a huge win to get that done.
And you also had another cool win. I'm going to well, it's your win and a win for Tracy as well.
We
are going to share Tracy's channel here. So Arit designed her new YouTube banner, and it looks really professional, very good, very clean. It's always cool to see the before and afters of the designs of the YouTube banners that you create.
Yeah, a lot of people don't spend time just making a good banner, and it is important because it's the first impression when someone lands on your YouTube channel. So, make it count, make that real estate count. So for Tracy, before she had a really busy kind of background on there, and I loved the vibe though of the banner that she had because it was very much representative of little garden on the prairies and everything she stands for. But we wanted to pull out and that important information and just make it cleaner. So I chose a clean background. We put a picture of her because we didn't have a picture of her, but you want to see who's behind the channel. People like to connect with people and humans, so it's great to see your face here now on the banner, Tracy. And also, I loved your idea of incorporating more of your images there on the side. And on the other side, always some form of call to action. So here we put a subscribe call to action.
And it's always cool to see, getting really clear on what your channel is, cold climate and indoor gardening. Like it says exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And there's cleaning projects and recipes, new videos every Sunday. Very clear, right? There's no question what's happening on this channel. And then the person can make a decision whether they want to stay on their channel or not. You'll have a better chance of grasping them because if they're confused, we've said this before, a confused mind says no. If they have to think about what's going on with you, then they're likely going to leave and go somewhere else.
Yeah. And also make sure your most important information is in the center because that's what people see on mobile. The ends get cut off.
All right, so I'm going to stop sharing the screen and head back to StreamYard.
Okay. Yeah.
Here we go. We've got some more comments in the chat
All
here.
Right.
A win from Monica. My win for the week is to learn more about YouTube and watching others accepting advice. Yes, I love how you check in every so often, Monica. Make sure to book your next call with us here in January. You do have one call a month, so make sure you do book that for January because there's 10 days left in January.
Yeah,
but
excited to hear about your progress too, Monica.
You always take the advice and incorporate it, and you are moving forward each time. So that's really cool to see that you're just not scared. You're fearless.
Yeah, literally. Jojo, hello. How are you? How's your week been? And Don says, I'm in the middle of making supper, but I will leave you running in the background. No problem. Yeah, we usually get that. Like we're podcasters for some people.
Yeah, like their drive home or something.
Yeah.
Or they're editing or the making dinner.
Great week for my channel. Views and subscribers climbing steadily. Love hearing that, Tracy. Excellent work.
Win for Roland.
Starting 2022 off with lots of views on my channel. Too bad January's not as good for ad revenue.
Interesting. Yeah, our ad revenue has dipped as well, but that's okay. It's kind of the name of the game. It goes up and down. It's a roller coaster, and that's why it's always good to have multiple income streams. We do recommend ideally having at least 3 on your channel. So like Google ad revenue, another one, and then another one. Depending on what your channel is about, you can incorporate many different kinds of ways to make money.
Roland, are you referring to Getting It Done North of 7 or your CF Moto channel, or both? Maybe it applies to both. So let us know. But very cool. Phil, hello.
We've got Phil in the
Glad
house.
to see you here, Phil.
People are loving the banner. We've got My Vision on. Hello.
Hi, My Vision. Where are you watching from?
They love the banner.
Awesome.
They like the banner. And of course, Tracy likes the banner.
That's the most important thing.
And we said hello to Phil. Phil, I saw on Instagram you're working on building like a studio for yourself or some sort of office, correct? That's cool. Yeah.
That's cool. Kind of like your own creative
Filming
space.
Studio? Yeah.
Brenda, great banner. And Tracy, I remember when Tracy was concerned that she was in a saturated market, but look at those subs, right?
Everyone,
yes.
yeah. Here's the thing is you can be in a saturated market and still have a piece of the pie.
Exactly.
We are in a saturated market. We're in social media, and two of the bigger ones are here in Vancouver as well.
Yeah.
But we can take a piece of the pie too, and because they're not going after every single person.
Yeah.
These two people are really high end, have huge amounts of teams. I think they go after like bigger deal, like companies and big ones, whereas we're like, we get the solo entrepreneur, the small businesses, and we got 5-figure deals, so it's like it's not that small, but it's like smaller than what they would do, and you can still have a piece of the pie.
Yeah, we get that often, the saturated market question, my niche is competitive, and it like I've said this so many times, it doesn't matter how competitive your niche is, it doesn't matter how saturated you think it is, because you can't compete with those other people, and you won't. You are unique in yourself. When you're creating videos, everybody is, going to gravitate to people differently, right? So there are things that in a certain market, people aren't going to connect with that person over there or that person over there, but they'll connect with you for a very specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
And just by putting yourself out on video, you're naturally going to separate yourself, even though you're talking about the same topics, because everyone talks about things differently, right?
And we've said this before. Everybody has different energies, which is kind of the topic of today's live stream, is about energies. Everybody's attracted and gives off different energies. Even the way you speak might repel someone or might attract someone over to you.
Yeah.
And we've actually had some people who were watching the other people, but they preferred the way, like our energy better. And also we were more, what do you call it? Like they've had
Down
the ability to speak to us. Like they could have reached to us.
Yeah.
Whereas the other person, they were so big
high up
that they couldn't reach them.
Yeah.
They couldn't talk to them.
Or more available.
Yeah.
For you guys. Yeah. I love that. Thanks for pointing that out, Brenda and Tracy. Yeah, that's amazing. Congrats on the 2K approaching.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
All right. Cheers, Phil. Cool banner. And cool. Dawn says, my YouTube channel is on pause. My Instagram is rocking due to Essetino Media Queens of Wisdom. Yeah, so Dawn paused on his YouTube channel, which is totally fine, because we've always said this. Like, just because we talk about YouTube a lot and we're YouTubers doesn't mean that you need to do YouTube. Yeah. You need to find what works best for you. And right now, Dawn is really loving Instagram. And he actually went to creating print-on-demand merch, which is basically like designs. And we used to do designs full-time. We used to do merch by Amazon, Redbubble, Etsy full-time. And we got it to a pretty good monthly income with another friend of ours from high school. There was the three of us, if you guys remember our videos from the past. I did a whole episode series documenting our print-on-demand journey, and it was fun. I still recommend print-on-demand, and I still like it. It's still fun for me. It's just I gravitate towards YouTube more and doing video more. But the stuff that we set up in the past still makes us passive income. So that's one of the reasons why I recommend you doing print on demand. Is kind of like not a set it and forget it completely, but
there's more leverage there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of leverage. You don't need to own that inventory. It just gets printed when someone places the order. And it's if you're into that, it can be quite lucrative. And like the social media platform it's just the vehicle. It's just the stage in which allows you to be you. Like, period. Like it doesn't matter what that vehicle or social media platform is. You just need to connect with the audience on that platform, and also the type of content that you're producing as well. And there's different types of content across all social media platforms. So although they're kind of like amalgamating into one, they're all doing the same thing.
I know, I don't like it whenever one platform's like, we've introduced this new feature that everybody else has. And I'm like,
yeah.
Beautiful banner, Reed.
Awesome. So yeah, Monica YouTube banner required pixels. I create one, but was not able to upload it because the pixels not matching. Yeah, when you go to upload the banner, Monica, it will say what the dimensions need to be. I don't know it offhand. It's like 2,000 something by 1,000. I don't know. Yeah, but it says in there. Yeah, I could look it up quickly for you. So it does need to be those dimensions. Anything below that, it's gonna look blurry and like it won't look
Pixelated and
good.
stuff. Yeah, which happens a lot, I find.
Yeah.
We've got Brenda's win, gaining momentum. It took 10 months to get to my first 100 subscribers, 3 months for my second 100 subscribers, and in the last week,
Check that
over
out.
30 subs. At this rate, my next 100 will take 3 weeks. This is what we're talking
Incredible.
about.
The ball is rolling. The snowball is moving down the hill,
The
right?
snowball. I know, right?
I love that.
That's so cool. That's so exciting. At this rate, you'll be at 500, 1,000. Sky's limitless. And it's crazy because I see this for people when they reach out to us and they're nervous about starting a channel or they have no idea, but their concept is good and they're passionate about their subject.
Mm-hmm.
I see it for them more than they see it for themselves. And sometimes it's frustrating, but I'm so glad that you took action, and it just goes to show the consistency. We've always said this over and over, and we will keep saying it. Consistency is the name of the game, not just in YouTube, but in life. So congratulations to you,
That's
Brenda.
Incredible, Brenda. Have you been, throughout that entire period, have you been releasing the same number of videos a week on your channel? But yeah, congratulations. That's so sweet when that happens. And Monica, I just posted the dimensions for the YouTube banner in the chat, so you have that.
And Brenda, let us know when you want to be a guest on our show. We would love to have you on.
Mm-hmm.
Do your
we were
live stream,
about
or
that.
It's not your first live stream, or you're going to be on another live stream. But yeah, we'd love to have you as guest on the show.
Yes.
We've got Suzanne in the house.
Hello.
Hey, Suzanne, how's it going?
How has your week been, Suzanne? Would you like to share a win with us? We usually like to start that off. That's what we're kind of rolling through right now. Everyone's sharing a win, something really cool that they're proud of getting checked off, something like a milestone that they hit, something that, they're proud of accomplishing. So feel free to share that in the comments.
Mm-hmm. And
hello, Ellie.
I like how you have to say it's Ellie. We know it's you.
Hi, Ellie. How's it going?
Yeah, how's your channel going? Let us know.
Good to see you, Ellie. I've been learning about high-speed flash photography. Ooh. It is upping my branding with studio quality images on my social media sites and website. Very cool, Timothy. Yeah, I see your posts now.
You're
leveling
more
up.
Bold, Timothy. You're putting yourself out there. You're being more bold. It is amazing to see your growth.
Yes, for sure.
And I noticed the way that you do your posts when I had given you some suggestions when you were promoting one of your I don't know the correct term, but I'm going to call it as a spray paint pen. When you were promoting one of your tools.
Airbrush.
Yes, airbrush pens.
Yeah.
And then I gave you some suggestions on how to make it more visually appealing. And now, since then, I see your post and I'm like, yes, he's doing it. It's visually appealing, clear, to the point, to the punchline.
That's super cool, Timothy. So why specifically speed flash photography? I don't know much about photography, so please do share that with us, and how high-speed flash photography is specifically helping you create these images for social media.
Mm-hmm. And Suzanne is a photographer. She is a professional photographer.
Yeah, so you probably know the answer to that, Suzanne.
Yes, getting it done north of 7. We are up on both channels. North of 7 is the only one monetized at the moment. Right.
Yeah. So views are up on both channels. Okay.
It still is so amazing. We always use you as an example, Roland, because your channel was already making about $1,000 a month at the 5,000 subscriber range, which is baffling to a lot of people. They can't even get to that.
Yeah, even some really, really big channels, like hundreds of thousands even of subscribers, aren't making that kind of money and from ad revenue. And, that's why we always say build multiple streams of income. Like ad revenue can be a really lucrative monthly revenue, but, it is like there's so many variables that factor into that number that gets paid out, right? So it's good to start thinking about building out just at least maybe one other revenue stream this year for you.
Phil says it's going to be my office room. Nice.
Very cool. Building out your own environment, your own workspace, that's huge, to have one place to just come and create.
Random comment.
That is awesome. Very random. I'm trying to connect that comment to something that we've said, but I can't make the connection.
We've got Noelle in the house. Hey, Noelle. And we'll skip to since I just showed you on the screen here. Yes, Noelle had his first live stream on Scott's Stock Due Diligence channel. So
sweet.
They connected here on the chat, right? This is why we created this, is so that there's a community of like-minded people who are going to be encouraging. And if you guys are in the same niche, so Noelle is a CPA, an accountant, and Scott talks about stocks on his channel, and he wanted an accountant on his channel. So there's a collaboration happening, which is really cool. Yeah. And I saw that live stream, and it was so cool to see, two of our YouTube coaching clients collaborating together. I felt very proud of you guys, and I was like, that's so cool. Because I remember both of you I remember Scott when he was thinking about starting a live stream, and then Noelle, you just did your first live stream. So it's really cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of overlap of topics and stuff, or industries, I guess, that you guys are in. I know Brenda and Melody are both in writing. Phil and Roland, these DIY home projects type things. So
fixing it,
definitely
building it,
connect with each other, collaborate. We're all growing together. So if it's a live stream or a video or a collaborative creative project that you guys can work on together, it makes it more fun, and you're more accountable to each other in getting a piece of content out, right? So
people are saying, go Brenda. That's amazing.
Yes.
Monica, here are the dimensions for, where is it?
Right here.
For the banner. There's a new setup, so it's so much
I know,
bigger.
If you guys see us turning heads like this, it's because
the monitor's huge now.
We're still getting used to the 32-inch monitor.
Roland said, a video I did exactly 1 year ago today is taking off. It's a video about a snowblower. Snowblower, right?
Random, but it's usually the random videos that do well for some reason.
I know, don't overthink it. Just put it out there. And then keep going and improving. Next. And you can always do another video on the same thing again. People think I already talked about that one thing. I can never talk about it again. No, you can talk about it again.
That's actually a strategy that we do and I'm sure you guys have noticed this and have seen it on the channel, right? All of those social media tutorials that we did last year or the year before that, they're outdated, right? So we're re-releasing them. Even sometimes if there's no update to if it's done, if you just do the same thing, well, sometimes if that video has done really well, we'll release another version of it with the current year, just because if it's something like that where the date is important, like a social media tutorial, because these platforms change constantly, right? So people are our target audience is looking for the most up-to-date and relevant tutorial. So that's why we do those types of videos.
And also, people are always coming and going on your channel. Like, it's not always going to be the exact same people looking at your stuff.
Yeah.
If you do the SEO method, like specifically with evergreen content, with searchable content, people are coming and going. And so when we release the video on some Facebook tutorial for 2022, like, I know initially the video is not going to get a huge amount of views, but by the end of the year it'll have like 50,000 to 100,000 views, and will potentially get clients for us. So that's kind of, you need to have patience as well. Scott's win.
Nice, Scott.
I hit 25,000 subscribers. Scott's
Wow.
another channel that was like blowing up in 2021 and still to this day.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, your channel's going to beat ours. Like, you will hit 50K before, maybe even before we do, because at the rate you're going.
Yeah, that's incredible. Congratulations, Scott. I'm hitting another milestone. Your momentum is, also really increasing too, rolling down the hill. Suzanne, yes, sharing a win. Okay, that I've been struck by inspiration and now have a focus and theme that ties all of my other random ideas together.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. Get it out there, Suzanne.
It always feels good to organize all of those random ideas that are happening. Like, as entrepreneurs and creatives, we always have like a ton of ideas flying through the air, right? And then we have like some written down on this piece of paper and some on our notepad on our computer, and they're just like all over the place. So that's a definite win. Great job, Suzanne.
And feel free, Suzanne, there's a lot of people in here who started channels from scratch, like had no experience and just started channels from scratch. Brenda is a really good example, who did not have a channel before, or she did, but this is when 10 months ago, she recently went,
all into
it. I don't think you do it full time, but you went all in focus with it, and it's really showing now. So yeah, feel free to ask other members here.
Brayden, hello.
We've got Brayden in the house. We haven't seen you in a while. Happy 2022.
Yes. How's your week been, Brayden? Let us know what's going on. Is there a template for the banner?
Yeah. So, Monica, there is a tutorial on our channel talking about how to, like, where to get a template. It's very easy. Everything is on Google. And Arit shows how to design the YouTube banner and how to upload it onto your channel.
Yeah. I have a couple, Monica. One shows how to design it in Photoshop, but if you don't have Photoshop, don't worry. There's also one that shows you how to design it, not in Canva, but in a tool, an online tool, graphic design tool like Canva. I can't remember if it was like Photo or PicMonkey, but in any of those tutorials, I show you kind of what you need to do to design the banner.
We can also, if you're not able to figure it out, Monica, we can go over that in our monthly call.
Yes, for sure.
People are saying, way to go, Brenda. Nice. Digging in deep with Dawn. I had an image on print on demand suspended for a sale a few days ago. I was not clear why. Have you ever had an issue like that? Yes.
All the time.
That's the thing with print on demand, is they need you to be in copyright compliance.
Yeah.
So it could have been the actual design. It could have been how you worded your title for the design. Some platforms are more strict than others. Like Merch by Amazon was extremely strict. You could not have anything copyright on there. They would remove the listing immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, one of the things that we used to do when we were really into print on demand is there was a website where we would look up copyrights, because, for example, doing stuff with the Eiffel Tower, like the Eiffel Tower is copyrighted, and you couldn't have like images of like the actual photo image of the Eiffel Tower, and there were certain things here and there. What we would do is I'll find the website that I used to use about copyright.
Trademarkia.
Yes. Okay, there it is. Trademarkia.com. And we would type in like a phrase or something, in there to make sure that it wasn't copyrighted, because yes, it can happen. And you'll as you do print on demand more, you'll learn what things to stay away from. And we kind of went to the general area of designs. Like for example, I would find a copyright free image of a chicken, like a baby chicken, and then I'd put sunglasses on it. People loved it. It sold a lot. You don't need to overcomplicate the design. So keeping things really almost generic and simple helps when you are doing, or if it's completely original. If it's completely original, then that's fine too. But yeah, definitely check out the website trademarkia.com.
Dawn, I put it in the chat for you, the way it's spelled, so you have that. I had a tough time during the summer, so I was only releasing every 2 to 3 weeks for about 4 months. Other than that, I've released a video every single week. Amazing. That's incredible. And as you continue to grow too, and we've said this before as well, like you can have those weeks where you just take off, like you don't release a video, but the important thing is to always come back to it. And I think, Brenda, like, we also tell your story a lot to a lot of people, because it's, for someone who isn't used to being on camera and speaking on camera, and then just seeing some of your videos now, wow, you've grown so much, and you're so good at speaking now as well. It just flows, and
your energy is really calm.
You're so eloquent.
Yeah, and I love it. I'm the complete opposite. I'm so loud and erratic.
I love it, Brenda. Like it's been such it's been an honor to see your growth too. It's amazing.
Farouk TV.
Hello, Farouk.
I like your Camtasia course. I get it from Udemy. Why don't you create a new course for Skillshare Udemy? I know. I've been thinking about it for a long time. It's just time allocation. Right now we're building out our own course on a different platform, and it's taking it's like a lot of work, but then it's higher stakes, higher reward, right?
Yeah.
So we're wanting to go more into where we can control our school and control the ads that we put out, because there are different rules when you use other platforms, and we have used those 2 platforms and they were great. But I think that we are moving towards our own kind of learning platform.
Yeah. It's not to say that we won't be on Skillshare or Udemy. Yeah. We're going to be using it more strategically though. So in the beginning, we just created the courses and released them on Skillshare and Udemy. But like Jewel said, we're having them now, housing our courses on our own platform so that we have more control and access to who our students are, and we get to interact with them more. And then as later down the road, I can see us creating like a mini course of some sort, or a feeder course, or it doesn't even have to be a small course. It could be a large one too, but a different course that's going to be put on those other marketplaces like Udemy and Skillshare that will feed back into our own school eventually. So doing it more strategically like that, rather than just creating a course and releasing it on Udemy or Skillshare.
But you can also still do that as well if you don't have plans to. It's just a lot of more work, but we understand that, and we've been doing this for a while, that we're ready to take that on now. But for years, it was only Udemy and Skillshare.
Yeah, which is a great place to start off too, because it has its own traffic, right? So if you don't have the resources, like if you build it on your own site, you're going to have to have the resources to send traffic to your own site. So yeah, that's the long answer to your short question, Farouk.
Suzanne said, I'm happy to share anything I can regarding flash photography.
Oh, here we go. So Timothy says, with high-speed flash photography, I can sculpt the light and get crystal sharp images. Ooh,
wow.
That's very cool.
I did not know that.
I mean, you can take full courses on lighting, right? I bet there's just so much that goes into that. That's very cool.
I'm saying, wow, Scott. So what's Roland's secret? Essetino's SEO course for sure. I think Roland's taken that course four times now.
He said. Yeah.
And he actually does our SEO. That's how much we trust him.
Yes, exactly. He's a star student for sure. Like, I don't know. I mean, he's the only one who's told us he's taken it 4 times, but like, I love that you just, you really wanted to hone that skill and get it down. And yes, sometimes you need to go back and rewatch things to really understand it. So
if I had to say, like, Roland's secret is that he is consistent.
mm-hmm.
He's patient. He doesn't get obsessed over if a video underperforms or something like that, and he's always willing to learn. And he has chosen YouTube. Like, YouTube is his thing, and he has immersed himself in it. And
yeah,
it's when you do that with something, it's like no doubt you're going to be successful.
Yeah, exactly. He went all in with it. He wanted to learn something and went all in with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Roland secret.
We mentioned people connect with different people.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for clarifying, Jenny. Makes sense now.
We've got Rye in the house. Hey,
Hello, Rye. How's it going? How's your week been? Even though I didn't know and didn't plan around ad revenue, I guess my video topics are attractive to high-paying advertisers. Yeah, and they're getting found as well.
And we've talked about this before, Roland, that, there are other people doing similar things to you that aren't necessarily getting the same ad revenue as you, but they're like the similar topics.
Mm-hmm. Like snowblower companies. Nice. Good one.
People love Roland. He's very likable. Yes, he is.
I agree with that statement.
Highly recommend watching him in his video of hanging up a kayak in his garage. You'll have a nice surprise at the end.
Oh, such a good video. Watched that a couple times. I think I watched that over 4 times.
Every so often I go back to it.
Yes.
Yep, some videos need months or a year to marinate. Yes, understanding this concept is key.
Oh, that's where you've been, right? Been sick for a bit. Look forward to these every Thursday.
Yeah, glad to hear you're feeling better.
Yeah. Been going to trivia night, and it's been on Thursdays, but I managed to convince my friends to switch it to another pub.
Whoa!
That's awesome.
Wait, did you convince them to switch it because of this live stream?
Yeah, I don't want to make any assumptions, but let us know if that was a factor. There might have been other factors. That's awesome.
I don't know if that just reminded me. I don't know if you watch The Office, but there in one of the seasons, there's a trivia night thing at a pub, and that episode was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a great show.
Fun fact about me, The Office is my favorite television show of all time. We watch it once a year. I've probably gone through it maybe 8 times now, and it's like 7 or 8 seasons, so it's quite substantial.
I really like that, and Schitt's Creek too. That's a good one.
You're swearing.
OMG. Brayden, you probably won because it was on a Wednesday. Just wanted to say that.
They won last night. They won.
Yes, I know, because it was on a Wednesday, and now you get to be here with us on Thursdays. Oh, you should talk about... Good volley, Noel.
Here, I'll pull some of them out.
Yeah, so Noel messaged us the other day, and he was like, I saw your video from way back. I don't even know when Jewel created that, but we show how to create YouTube business cards. And they're like these little mini business cards. It's basically half lengthwise of a card.
I call them YouTube subscribe cards.
Yes. And so we're going to be designing a set for Noel. He's super excited about that. But yeah, this is what they look like. I'll show them to you.
Before COVID, we used to get subscribers a lot locally, and even when we traveled, because we would always carry around what I called YouTube subscribe cards. Its sole purpose was to get a subscriber. That's the only piece of information that was on the card. and you were to only hand out the card when someone asks you a question about it. So I'll give you a scenario. So this would happen all the time when I would eat in restaurants. The server is required to be like, hey, how's it going, right? And so I would always be like, it's going awesome. I just filmed some YouTube videos. When you say you are a YouTuber or you filmed videos for a YouTube channel or I'm working on this about a YouTube channel, the reaction 99% of the time is, whoa, cool. What? What's your channel about? And then that's when you pull out.
You whip this out.
These are old cards. We have to get new ones done. But this was a YouTube subscribe card. And it's a small mini card for a couple of different reasons. One, you don't need an entire full card to get a subscribe. And two, it was cost effective. We first made these when there wasn't huge marketing budgets for us, and I had to be DIY and savvy and
thrifty.
And when you take a business card and you cut it in half, you design it as one, and you cut it in half, one card turns into two.
So it says tune in on YouTube Monday to whatever it says there.
Yeah, it says tune in on YouTube Monday to Thursday, and then it has our link, and that website link goes to our YouTube channel. So because our YouTube channel at the time, our name was weird. It was Essetino Connections. It's like if you're going to say that to someone, they're not going to get it. They're going to be like, what? So
they still won't get Essetino Mania.
Yeah. So
the Essetino part.
What we did was we bought a domain from GoDaddy, and it's www.iamdreamdriven.com. Yeah. So it was like a saying to say to someone. They're like, iamdreamdriven.com, cool. And we would hand them this card. What happened most of the time is they would pull out their phone and they would subscribe. And I did this all the time at the post office, at the bank, with the servers, people in the elevators. When we were traveling, you're sitting next to some random person. Anyone that struck up a conversation with me, I always used it as an opportunity to give them a YouTube subscribe card, because it's always like, oh, how's it going? And then as soon as you drop the word YouTube, it sparks interest. Sometimes it didn't work. There was like some people that were older that it didn't resonate with, but for the most part, 9 times out of 10, people are interested in what your channel's about.
It's cool too for networking. Like if you're meeting people and everything, just the sheer size difference of it from a regular business card is going to attract attention.
Yes.
They're just like the fact that it's tiny.
They would always receive and be like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. What is it? They'll flip it open. There's just one focus, one call to action, one thing on it, nothing else.
Yeah.
Just the YouTube channel.
So you can get these cards, like you create your design, and if you need help with the design, Arit's a designer, and then you upload your design on like a Vistaprint. Vistaprint has really cheap cards. You don't need to get the extra thick cardstock, glossy, or anything like that, like basic, because what you want to do is just literally hand these out. And if you get like 100 or even 50, right? And then you literally just, when you design them,
2 in 1,
you want to make sure it's half, right? Equal. And you literally just cut it with scissors, and that's it. And I would just sit in front of the TV watching Netflix, and I would just cut a bunch whenever I ran out. So yeah, I made this up. I made up the YouTube subscribe cards.
Hello, Activate LA.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you? Suzanne says, thanks for the inspiration. Brenda, perhaps we could be in touch after. I have to go. Oh, bye, Suzanne. Have a good night. But I'll ask Essetino to pass on my contact info. Very cool. Awesome. Yes, have a good evening, Suzanne. Thanks for stopping by. I know you've been meaning to for a while. Monica, have now 26 subscribers, 6 likes, more than happy for increasing from 18 from last week. Oh, nice. Very cool, Monica. Great work.
Smash that thumbs up, please. Thank you, Roland, for being the cheerleader.
Howdy. Who is this? Let me see.
Yeah, find out who this person.
Howdy. I don't see howdy.
Go to creative.
Yes, I am in.
Okay, we'll find out who howdy is. Shout out to Timothy for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Timothy, you always donate every week and we really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Timothy. That's so generous of you. Thank you. Every single week.
If any of you are interested in airbrush painting or learning it, check out Timothy's work. He is such a professional artist. Look at his stuff. His stuff looks like pictures because I thought it was a picture initially, but it's actually was done by airbrush painting.
Thank you so much, Timothy. And I found out who Howdy is. Thomas George.
Oh, hey.
Howdy, Thomas. How's it going? Good to see you on here. How's your week been?
Jewel and Arit are eloquent.
Thank you for that.
I will laugh to that because I feel like I'm not.
And Dawn, thank you so much.
2 drinks for the host. Thank you so much, Dawn.
Cheers to that.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And City Gold, you're on your way. Yes.
Absolutely.
Just keep going. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep going.
Yes, for sure. I mean, you're already just from the path that you're on, learning so much, absorbing all of it. You've grown so much in the past week. So that's amazing.
There were other factors, but the live stream was definitely part of it. All right.
Thank you for clarifying, Brayden. That's awesome. That's exactly my dad. Everyone comes to him to fix things. They throw money at him. He's 85 next month and still helping people.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's amazing. And he got his ATV stuck in the lake or something a month ago or something.
I still want to be doing that. 85, just still getting snow plows stuck and whatever. Just
snow plows stuck.
Not specifically snow plows, but just like still being out and about and doing adventures and still helping people. I think that's incredible.
The double bubble YouTube card.
Yep.
Roland made some as well. He made some YouTube subscribe cards as well. Honestly, we got so many subscribers from doing that. Just utilizing when people say, how's it going? How's your day going so far? Like, you can use that. And most people will be like, oh, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah.
You know?
I used to do that like all the time when I had my 9-to-5 job in the office. People always ask you, oh, how was your weekend? How did your weekend go? And like, I was always working on something to do with our business or my music at the time. So, it's something refreshing and different when someone hears something unique besides just, oh, I'm good. It was good, thanks. Or it was okay, or whatever, the usual answer. You want to let them know what you're working on. And that could spark an entirely cool conversation that you had no idea would come out of it. And they might even, provide a connection or resources or something that could help you out on your path. So yeah, I would always use that question.
They would actually get excited.
Yeah.
They're like, what is your channel about? And, what does it mean?
It's actually like how I built a tribe for my music. In the very beginning, it was all like my coworkers. They were like one of my first fans. That was like the first time I was creating my album and, doing performances and stuff. And I would always talk about music, always talk about what I'm working on, and people would love to hear about it. And as a result, when it got to the point when I was doing performances, they would come out to the performances. We managed, because the way it worked at the time, here's some stories, okay? At the time when Arit was signed to a record label, they wanted you to bring people to the show. So there were live shows here in Vancouver, around town and stuff. And what they want you to do is they need you to bring people in and sell tickets, right? Because a portion would go to them and a portion would go to you. And without really any training, they wanted you to sell tickets. They were always pushing tickets, sell those tickets, sell those tickets. And Arit was like one artist, right? And there were bands, and there were like people that had five people in the group, right? Yeah. A rock band and stuff. And there was a contest in this record label was like, whoever sells the most tickets is going to get a free flight
to go and perform like across Canada. In like Toronto.
There was an Eastern tour.
Yeah, like
so I was in the Western
tour. You get a spot. And so when we heard that, we're like, oh my God. And then so we went into like social media mode.
Yeah.
And we created Facebook events. And I was like telling Arit, like, tell people what you're working on. Let's show people. We would be recording videos. I was recording these episodes of Arit TV.
Yeah. Yes. I remember
on her YouTube channel. And we would share it, and we would just get people emotionally attached to Arit's journey of music. And we were constantly sharing stuff. And when it came time to sell tickets, we managed to sell like over, I think, close to 150 tickets. Do you know how hard it is to sell physical tickets to a local artist show? It's very difficult. But we managed to do it.
We hustled for
and
that.
We beat out the bands, and we secured a spot on the tour, and we were able to tour on the other side of Canada, which was really cool because there was only like 1 or 2 spots, or was it maybe 2 spots? Something like that.
2 spots.
We couldn't have everybody on there because there was a lot of artists and bands, and there's lots of people that come with each artist and stuff. So yeah, we used to hustle to sell tickets to Arit's show.
I remember I created a whole vision board around that when I first heard about, there's 1 or 2 spots left on this Eastern tour to bring a Western artist out. I wrote on a piece of paper, I am going to Montreal. I wrote that, and it was on the board in my apartment at the time. And I was just so determined. I would see that all the time. It would be front and center on my brain, and I would always be talking about it, sharing it with people. And it was very scary to, tell people to come.
Yeah,
sometimes it's like,
do you want to buy a ticket to my show?
And sometimes you don't want them to come just in case it's not a good show. But you got to do what you got to do. And it actually ended up being such an amazing show. It was so cool. Like, it was exactly how it played out. The vision that I had played out with the dancers and the costume changes and the lights and all that. And it was, really a dream come true. So
they were even live streaming some of the shows. They got the technology at the time to live stream.
Yes.
And you could sell digital tickets as well.
Yes.
And so we were selling, digital tickets like crazy.
It's like telling my sister in Ontario and everyone in there, buy a live stream ticket. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
how did we get on that topic?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
You never know where these conversations are.
Yeah. I just showed, this is a picture of Arit performing on stage. She would perform on stage across Canada. And if you ever have the chance to see her, she turns into, it's like she's a celebrity when she performs on stage. It's crazy. It's like a totally different person.
Yes. A different persona comes out. It's the performance Arit that comes out. Different from the business Arit.
Timothy says, I will share that video. So cool idea. Thank you. Yeah, I totally made it up.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing,
Alan,
Timothy.
How's it going? Nice idea about the cards. Yes, definitely do it. Very cost-effective way to get more subscribers.
It's great. I made my own sliver cards. Oh, that's what you call them.
Sliver cards.
I think it cost me $31 for 100 cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
200. Exactly.
And you just cut them while you're watching.
The double bubble.
Where is Cheeks? I'm not sure where Cheeks is. He's probably busy or something.
Yeah. Good question. I don't know. Cheeks is on Amazon buying stuff. Yeah, probably.
Probably to review on his channel.
Yes, for sure. Went through the ice with his ATV. Okay, not a snow blower. In a flooded ditch. I went over with my ATV and winched him out. Payback for all the time he got me out of a jam.
Nice.
Yes. Roland to the rescue. That's a good channel name. Roland to the rescue.
I love Arit's music.
Thank you.
Yeah, listen to Masterpiece on Spotify.
Yes. So, do we want to talk about the energy briefly?
Really quickly.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I just noticed the salt lamp. I have one just like it. Yeah, there's another one, and it's awesome. It's really great to have around. This is the mini one. This one, I think you got that from like Seattle or something.
Yeah, it does something. It changes the energy of the room. Energy. Yes. It's
Okay.
just it makes the environment different somehow.
So quick thing about energy. I actually saw a post by a friend he did a post and he said that he's really lacking energy right now. And he was lacking energy and he can't really, get good sleep. And he also referenced drinking energy drinks, which I used to do myself, and I don't recommend as a long-term solution to have energy because over time it doesn't work well for you. I used to drink these energy drinks at my last job that I ever had when I was a claims clerk at this insurance company. When you would walk downtown, there was always people giving out free stuff. So there was always people giving out free chips. And there was a time where they were giving out energy drinks, like Monster energy drinks, all the time downtown. And of course, I'm gonna stop by and get all of them. I like the free stuff, and whenever there's a sampler right at a grocery store, I'm always the one getting samples and stuff. And they would just be giving you like a bunch of cans of Red Bull Energy, Monster Energy, and I would just be chugging those things at work. And I remember it was like morning. It was like all still in the AMs, and I was drinking a Monster Energy. And there was a point where I felt like I was having some sort of heart attack because my heart was beating so fast, and I was just sitting in the chair, just inputting the notes from a call. And my heart was beating so fast, and it was giving me a really like bad anxiety. Like I was not feeling very well, and I actually stopped drinking energy drinks after that. I was like, these are not safe, and I was drinking multiple per day. So I really don't recommend using that as an energy source. What I do use as an energy source now is food. Food has energy in it, and I'm not saying be really healthy and become a vegan or something like that, only if you want to. I'm not vegan, but food gives you energy. And in the post that I saw, I actually asked him, I don't know if he commented back, but I was asking him, like, what are you eating throughout the day? That could be a very clear indication as to what's happening with your energy. And I also asked, are you working out? Like, are you getting movement in? Movement plays a huge role in energy. We often get commented on our energy and how are you so energetic and this and that. It's a combination of things, really. There's not one size fits all for energy, but if I were to sum it up in a bag of things, it would be what I'm currently doing, like the things that I'm working on give me energy. My mindset gives me energy. The food that I eat, the things that I watch, the things that I consume, both eating and visually. And I pay attention to the things that deplete me. So I mean, I'm not a complete health nut, but I like to have my fair share of, pizza and hamburgers and poutine, right? And I pay attention to which particular foods make me feel like crap after. And if it does, I won't eat it during certain things. If I know that I need to go into a meeting, film some videos, I won't eat that. And maybe if I'm at, a family gathering and, I don't need to do anything too crazy, yeah, sure, I'll have the poutine. I'll have the ranch dressing, right?
Yeah. I mean, everything you do or interact with either gives you energy or depletes your energy. Like, objects, people, experiences,
your surroundings.
Yeah, your environment, exactly. But we have to remember that our energy is a renewable source of energy. And, in the morning, like I do certain things in the morning to fill up my tank so that I have potential energy stored within me for the rest of the day. Because like it's inevitable. There's some things, you know, as an entrepreneur in your business that you got to do, like you have to do them, but it depletes your energy. And, you know, eventually you can get rid of those things, or, you know, delegate them, or just eliminate them altogether, automate them. But, you know, if you are doing them and your energy gets depleted, then you got to find a way, or you have to already have like a list of things in your bag to renew that energy source within you, right? So yes, Roland, like going for a walk, like that's something that I do all the time. Like if I was just like in a whole like back-to-back thing of meetings and coaching calls, I know that for the next portion of the day when I'm working on a project, I got to just first like go out for a little walk, you know, maybe up the street, grab a drink or something, and then come back. That is definitely something that I keep on my list of things to do. But it's so important. Like we wanted to talk about it today. It's like right at the end of the live stream, but it's important because it's what keeps you going on throughout your day. And it doesn't have to be like to refuel your energy for work. We're not just talking about that, but it's just like, you know, refueling your tank of energy to show up for life. Like it could even be just like to show up for your family at the end of the day and just be there. And like, you know, because a lot of people I know, the work that they do depletes them, and then they barely have enough energy to do anything when they get back from work, right? So it's so good to have like that list of things, and whether that's the walk, or, you know, eating something nutritious, or doing an activity of some sort, just getting up, stretching, running. I love to work out, those kinds of things, journaling as well. Sometimes just being away from a device or a screen. We all have our different things, right?
This group is probably, I get so much energy from these weekly meetings.
Exactly.
Afterwards. And there's like, just pay attention to what gives you energy and what takes energy. I have to amp up my energy to go, because my family drains me of energy. Like, I'm just being real with you guys. It's draining, okay? And I have to give myself energy when I go over there and I'm hanging out with everyone. I'm having fun, but it's just, I'm kind of an empath a little bit, and I get depleted when I'm in big groups, but I'll still be having fun and laughing. But when I leave and I'm driving back, I'm completely drained. So I always have to be aware of these things.
Yeah.
And when we have back-to-back meetings, right? I'll look at the day. I'm like, okay, we need to make sure we have good energy. Like I just a couple of weeks ago, we had back-to-back. When we had the 2 live streams, we were a guest on the show. We had 2 coaching calls, and I was like, okay, we need to have good food. We need to have the energy. I need to be stretching here in between the meetings. And it's like a marathon, right? And it's not draining. It's fun. And I do get tired for sure, but I also know how to get back up with energy and literally create energy for yourself, and try not to get it from like an energy drink. Like that's really horrible.
Clayton. Hello, Clayton. This one is huge. Yeah, for me as well. Like just going off, like, you know, unplugging and, you know, doing what you need to do, whether it's thinking or, again, the journaling thing, alone time. Yes, that's a huge way for me as well, to reset and to refuel.
Bill says, if I want more energy, I just sleep more. It always works for me. If it works for you, great. Like that's the thing, is everybody's different. Everybody is totally different. That's what we're just sharing some of our stuff. Maybe if you haven't tried it, you know, try it out. For example, when I'm filming videos, to get me energized, I brush my teeth. It gives me a sense of renewal and energy. I know it's weird, but it's only for when I do filming.
Yeah, we all have our routines, right? Energy drinks are terrifyingly bad for you.
Yes, I felt like I was about to have a heart attack. And we do. Yes. So when one person is down, the other person will be like, come on, let's go. You ready?
And it's so funny. It happens all the time. Like when one of us is down for some reason, the other one is like the cheerleader naturally. Like it's It's so funny how it works that way all the time. And yeah, it really is a blessing to have like someone else who's just reminding you that you can, there's a better version of yourself, or things are going to be okay, or whatever the case might be. So yeah, that's a good one.
And we're lucky that you share that energy with us. Yes, we do want to share energy with you guys as well.
Yeah, just it's a huge thing, like being around other like-minded people, positive people, people who just understand, who encourage you, who like they root for your dreams and they believe in you even more sometimes than you believe in yourself at times. And I love that, Brenda. Yes, these Thursday live streams, that's what they're for. That's amazing.
Introverts lose energy in social gatherings. Yes. I do. I'm so drained. I'll even get a headache. Like I'll be at a networking meeting. I'll be presenting at the networking meeting, and then I'll have like a major headache because I'm, dehydrated and stuff. So yeah, it's a thing that I constantly have to work on for sure. And it's not like I go in the corner or anything and just like not want to talk to anyone. I'm very sociable and I interact. It's just inside the batteries like being drained.
What a metaphor. Like Roland said, going for a walk, that's great to get you feeling more awake. Yeah, moving the body. That's also something Suzanne, she left earlier, but she's really made it her mission, especially this year, to move more, because she's also someone who's always on the laptop and
editing photos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
YouTube subscribe card.
Very cool.
Proteins and balanced meals. I have to put several timers because I get hyper focused and everything gets out of whack if I don't eat, sleep, exercise. Yes.
Yeah.
If I don't do exercise or stretch and stuff, I feel lethargic, and I do need to pay attention to my food. It's not that I'm, a complete health nut or anything, but I'm not going to be eating burgers, 7 days a week.
Yeah. Oh my God. That would be absolutely terrible.
I used to work at McDonald's. It was my first real job. You get free food and discounts, and I was eating McDonald's breakfast, lunch, and dinner because you'd start in the morning and then you'd end like 9 to 5, right?
Oh no.
Start in the morning, and then you have the lunch, and then they gave us access to like customize our own food. So I'd be in the back like making some quadruple decker burger.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh wow. Man. And it is dangerous.
Yeah. It's dangerous. I can imagine. But yeah, I get that too. Dash. I forgot your name. I forgot if you shared it with us. I'll call you Dash.
Anonymous.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes I get so lost in my work, exactly, hyper focus, and I have to set an alarm to remind myself to get up out of my seat. And if I don't, then yeah, I usually feel like really drained and burned out. So it's like those little, even just like 5 minutes, even making a habit out of Addie. Thank you, Addie. Yeah, even just making it a habit, 5 minutes to get up, stretch, move around, grab a drink, and then come back. It could exponential difference. Yeah.
You're in a marathon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Timothy. Appreciate it. You are actually really amazing. I see your growth. I see it. And you're taking action. You're putting yourself out there, being more bold with your promotions and stuff, and, earning more. And it's pretty cool. It's very cool to see.
Yes.
81
show masterpieces.
These are like the weekly ones, I think, with the daily ones. I still look back and I'm like, I can't believe we went live daily.
It was 62, I think. 62 days in a row, something like
65, I think. Yeah.
So we're at like 140 something lives in a span of, I don't know, like it was
less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years.
Wow.
That is pretty cool.
You guys inspire me and give me energy. You guys give us energy.
Thank you, Addie. Yes, we love these live streams too.
I know
how these streams are pushing an hour now. Yeah. Yes, sometimes you never know.
We're being extra.
Going a little over.
Be unique. I am learning. Awesome.
Very cool, guys.
All right.
So that's our little spiff on energy. Hope you took something out of that. Or just sometimes we just like to go off into a specific topic discussion, and sometimes it's just a random conversation and discussion. So thank you so much for being here today with us, hanging out with us, contributing to the conversation, sharing your wins with us. We really appreciate it. Bonus time. I love that, Timothy.
So find out what gives you energy, and honestly, like if you need to make a list of it, do it, because it's so easy to forget and to dismiss. But
yeah,
when you pay attention to these kind of things, they can really help you out when you're trying to create stuff. So that's my advice to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
Thursday at 6 p.m. PST.
Yes. See you then, people. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Hit the like button. Thanks, Addie. Thank you so much. Yes. And we'll see you next week, next Thursday, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern.
And thanks for the donations.
And thanks, Timothy and Dawn. Yes. See you guys then. Bye for now.
Bye.